Good, good to see you guys. It is Monday, December 1st. Here we go with another month. And my name is Dee Corchin. Great to see you guys on the call tonight. We just came off Thanksgiving weekend. I always like to kind of get a pulse on where we are right now. So, scale of 1 to 10, pop it in the chat.
Hi.
Where's your energy right now? Scale of 1 to 10. Ooh, I got an 8. Ooh. Feeling good. Look at you guys. I love that. Love it. Good. Eights, nines. Hey, I didn't know what to expect. That's always a loaded question. So, well, very good. Well, just know wherever you are right now, you're in the right place by being here tonight. We always do better when we're connected, when we grow, and together as a community. And our community is growing. So it's going to be fun to introduce some new coaches tonight. But what we always like to do is, start off a new month by doing some celebrations from the prior month. So, because we're building momentum with Optavia 3.0, we're building momentum. Some good things are happening. So, hang on real quick. Let me just share my screen. If you would, do a little, blow up the chat for your friends here who are breaking some records and earning bonuses and doing some new things. So here we go. Let's see. Let me just get you guys back on the screen. Vicky, give me a thumbs up. Can you see my screen? All right, awesome. Okay, so for November, couple things to celebrate, which is awesome. All of the coaches here listed brought on at least one new coach in the month of, I'm sorry, one new client in the month of September. And some of these brought on two or three new clients. So congratulations to Kelly, to Stephanie Sweeney. We heard from Stephanie last week. I had a new client last month, Shauna and Frank, Debbie Pasco, and Ellen Stewart. So congratulations to you guys for bringing on new clients in the month of November. And then check this out. We had two coaches earn the 3% client support bonus. So this is for anybody who brings on three or more new coaches. This bonus grows by how many new clients you bring on in a month. But each of these got 3% additional in their pay, their bonus pay this month for their new clients. So congrats to Stephanie and to Ellen. Frank and Shauna are totally rocking it with keeping up over the 10,000 club. So this means with their clients, new and current clients that are ordering, their volume of orders is $10,000 or more. And what that means is they are servicing a lot of people and really opening up the floodgates for new coach candidates as well. And then fully integrated business coaches. This is something we like to recognize every month because these are coaches that are not only helping clients, but also helping coaches build their businesses and support their businesses. So a FIBC, fully integrated business coach, if you're not familiar with the technology, means that that individual is servicing their own clients with over $6,000 in volume. They have a team that has over $15,000 in volume, and they have five or more senior coaches. So congratulations to our very own Meg Johnson and myself for achieving that. That is also an additional bonus on a monthly basis as well. And then just to congratulate every one of you guys for what you're doing. So even if you don't see your name on this leaderboard, I want you guys to know that I see you. I see you on these team trainings. I see you engaged in our Facebook group. I see you posting. I see you sharing about the huge opportunity we have with 3.0. So we, in the month of November, as a team, brought on 13 new clients. We had 19 reactivated clients. So if you have not been in touch with your prior clients, this might be a time to be doing so because we've had more people coming back to the program, and that's because we know they know that it works. And it also, I think, has to do with our emphasis on metabolic health. And then we did our metabolic health call, and you guys did a phenomenal job inviting to that. We had over 60 people on it live, and we've had 97 replays. So that is a huge population of people out there that are interested in what we're doing, in particular with metabolic health. So we want to stay close, stay in touch with them this month and beyond. And I bet if they haven't signed up yet, they're going to be signing up probably by the end of December. So let's see. Frank, are you there? I would love for you to introduce the new coach on your team.
Yeah. Hey, Dee. So Shauna and I are excited to introduce Rick Ashner to you. He is most of you probably saw the post. He's a registered nurse, super nice guy, married, lives in Pennsylvania, lost 50 pounds on this program. Um, did you want him to just say hello real quick for about a minute? Am I frozen?
We can hear you, Frank. I can't hear Dee.
Yeah, I could hear you,
Yeah, I think
Frank. I
we
couldn't
froze
hear
up,
you.
but I seem to be okay now. Do you want to go again, Frank, or introduce Rick?
Yeah,
Sorry.
so you probably saw the post. Rick is a brand new coach. He's an RN, registered nurse, lives in Pennsylvania with his wife. Lost 50 pounds on this program. Super excited. He's really a go-getter. He understands a lot of the verbiage already as coaching, and he wants to build a big business. Rick, just share for about just a quick minute about what you're excited about and what do you see for the future?
Well, so I'm really excited about. Oh, I've got this going on two places. Sorry. What I'm really excited about is the actual clinical backup now on metabolic resetting, the ability to present this evidence to people and not just, you know, hearsay or this is a great product, but from a professional clinical standpoint, I like to have that evidence. I've done clinical research, and I, when I first saw this, that's why I reached out to Frank. Um, it's the right time for me to get in.
Perfect. Well, Rick, I look forward to meeting you tomorrow. I think we're going to do a three-way call tomorrow. So look
Right.
forward to that. And you're right. I mean, it really is the right time. And what we have with those clinical studies is proprietary to us. Nobody else is making those or can make those kind of claims in terms of what we can do to improve metabolic health. So perfect timing. I think your combination of your health professional background, your passion for helping people, your personal journey is going to make for a great start with coaching. So welcome. Yeah, guys, blow up the chat. Let's welcome our new coaches. I think our community is probably one of the best things that people never knew they needed when they step into coaching. So our other new coach who ordered his kit today, you may recognize him because he is very often in pictures with me, is Jeff Mason. So Jeff has heard me on calls coaching clients. He has heard me doing Coach Explorers. He has heard me be full of energy about Optavia 3.0. So, Jeff, you kind of want to share with the group what made you step into coaching?
Oh, I mean, you obviously your passion, your optimism, your success. I've just speaking from the heart, I've lost almost 85 pounds on my own. It took me almost 2.5 years. I learned the hard way. I learned the mindset strategies, how to eat, but having a tool like Optavia where it's just there, it's perfectly macro balanced. The feelings are perfectly nutritionally balanced and just you don't have to guess about it. You eat that, you follow that plan, you're going to lose the weight. So there's so much positivity about using Optavia. I'm going to start the 4 and 2 next week. I've got about 12 pounds to lose to reach my ideal weight. So I'm gonna jump right into the 4 and 2. I have been eating the Fuelings sporadically. I really enjoy them. So I'm just excited to kind of see where this can go. I just want to help people unlock the magic that happened to me. I just want to help people now that I've done it. I know how to do it. and just having this tool in addition to my knowledge is gonna, take off, I hope. So super excited.
Fantastic. Well, we're glad to have you on the team. And I really do think your personal journey, I know Jeff has been talking for a while about wanting a side business, doing something, and kind of played with different ideas in his current industry. And he said, but what I'm really passionate about is this. And then that's what makes sense, right? And it's a great reminder that there are people out there that are looking for side business opportunities, passion, fulfillment, meaning, purpose. So great to have you on board with that kind of energy. So, very good. All right. So, as we launch into a new month, I know that we can get busy. We're coming off the holiday weekend, but I cannot stress enough the importance of having your game plan for the month of December. We call that our monthly action plan. And if you are a brand new coach, do not worry about that. That you don't need to know about that till you have at least 5 new clients. But for everyone else, what we want to do, it's like anything in life, right? We want to have a strategy. We want to know where we're headed. We want to know how we're going to get there, how we're going to do it. So we need a plan. So, if you haven't done it yet, I highly encourage you to do your monthly action plan. If you haven't done one in a while, maybe dust one off. But you are going to be very surprised what happens with intention versus leaving things to chance. So, if you guys could join me, maybe write the word Beth in the comments, because Beth Bilton was the first one to submit me her info today to schedule her mentorship call to go over it and all of that. So well done, Beth. And my calendar is open to anyone who wants to game plan and strategize for your future. We have just a really unique opportunity right now with Optavia 3.0. So, all right. Any questions around any of that? All right. Well, good job. Couple of things to keep in mind. This was if you were not on the Coach E newsletter that comes out on Monday evenings, there were some great reminders in there. But one of them was about the bonuses that are actually ending at the end of this month. So I wanted to just bring this up so we could all be on the same page with it. Scheduled to conclude this month are these bonuses, the rank advancement and maintenance bonus. So this is for any coach that reaches executive director or higher. In December, you will get a corresponding bonus here and also a second one in the month of January if you do it for 2 consecutive months. But the company is really pushing for us to drive hard as we are rolling into 2026 with Optavia 3.0. So now would be a time to set your eyes on that. The client support bonus, that is the 3% bonus up to a 10% bonus based on how many new clients you bring in. That is also scheduled to end on December 31st. So if you want to max out your pay, you would definitely want to be striving for that. And then the CSB Max, which is the additional 2% on your pay if you reach the rank of director or executive director, that also concludes at the end of this month. So really striving to reach director or executive director. And then now is the time, you guys, for the new coaches. So Rick and Jeff are perfectly positioned for this because they've already ordered their coach kits. But our new coaches and you as the coach, as their guide and their assistant, they have quadrupled the new coach bonuses, which means for 3 new clients per month, that $150 bonus is actually a $600 bonus, available in December, January, and February, or 5 new clients or more, instead of being a $250 bonus, is $1,000. And you, as the sponsor, the first month you help your coach do that, also receive that same bonus. So now is the time. If you have people that you've been talking to, I'm happy to do Coach Explorers with you. If you have somebody you'd like to talk to and you're not sure how to approach them, I'm happy to have a conversation with you about how we can introduce the idea of coaching to them and see if it's something that might be of benefit to them. But now is the time in the month of December. And then Frank and I are going to take advantage. Dan Valentine has a large group of coaches that are starting today. And he's really looking to simplify the coaching process, have all the resources in one place. So Rick and Jeff get to be our guinea pigs going through that, hoping to see them skyrocket with it. But we are going to be doing that. And already got word that Dan is going to plan for another session in January for anybody who doesn't come on this month that wants. So super excited, trying to tap into the resources that we can so that we can make all of this really simple for you, and most importantly, really simple for your new coaches. So any questions around all those bonuses? Because that was a lot of info. All right. Okay, what we're going to talk about now, because this is, I think, fundamental for where we're going. And we keep talking about it, Optavia 3.0. But if you can believe it, we were first introduced to the idea of Optavia 3.0 last July. So at convention, when we had the virtual event, was when they started planting the seeds and talking about the new statistics and the new studies that we have and what had been done. And that was last July, with more information that came out in September, and then more that came out in October. So we are 5 months in already with our transformation into Optavia 3.0, which is going to be our rebranding, all of that being announced at convention next year. So this is the time to really be pushing to create that momentum that you want in your business. And as such, what we're really being called to do is that this is not just a rebranding or a new program. It's actually an opportunity for you to show up differently in your business so that you can model this in a way that is super attractive to potential clients, to potential coaches. And we know that some of the behaviors, the habits that got us to where we are now are going to need to be replaced with different mindset and habits to take us into the next era. And this is no different than like on your health journey, right? We have thoughts and habits and patterns that brought us to where we are, and then things that need to shift in order to move forward. So I'm going to show a couple of slides here. This actually came from Sundance, and I think they might have also gone over it, Kelly, when you were at the ED Summit. We're going to go over a couple of different slides here, and I'm just going to mention some of it. And what I would like for you to do, because this is really an exercise for you, is to jot down where do you see yourself right now? Like there's like, I think 5 screens. More 2.0 or more 3.0? And based on that, what might need to shift in order for you to be moving into 3.0 thinking? So the first one is going to be about identity and mindset. How do you see yourself? Okay, can everybody see my screen? Yes? All right. So a 2.0 versus a 3.0 coach when it comes to identity and mindset. So one of the first lines there is called learned helplessness. That is a Dan Valentine phrase. And that is when we default to things where we say, I'm just not good at technology. Technology is not my thing. I just can't do it, right? Social media is not my thing. It's a learned helplessness, but it's something that we could all, like everything that we are approached with or faced, we all have the ability to grow. So instead of defaulting to an old pattern or identity of ourselves, the ability that we could make something happen if we really wanted to. Overthinking, anybody feel familiar with that? Overthinking things, a scarcity mindset. Maybe we think we don't know anybody, or nobody wants to go on program, or nobody is interested in becoming a coach. Worried about being salesy, how we might come across. When we get on social media, we tend to scroll more than we are creating content. We kind of have a timid presence out on social media, and we can be easily knocked off course when things don't go our way. The 3.0 mindset is definitely moving in the area of abundance, initiation, and creation. just moving like progress over perfection, because things are going to be moving quickly, and really boldly unapologetic for who it is who we are and what it is that we have to offer, because we are so grounded in what we know is true about our program. People are going to buy into your belief, your energy, and what you say, versus really needing facts and credentials, et cetera. We've got all of that, but the way that you show up with it is going to make a big difference. I love the second one, from the bottom on the right, that your identity is anchored in mission. And I would really challenge yourself to kind of think about your own mission for this business. You know, you stepped into it because you knew it was an opportunity to grow, to become, and to help people. So, are we still viewing it that way, or are we simply trying to find clients or get somebody to say yes to coaching? So, anybody bold enough to volunteer what their response was, and more 2.0 or 3.0 with that. And you might be a little of both.
Hello.
Hey, Agatha.
I will very humbly say that I have been all of the above in 2.0. I mean, every single thing in there applies to me. I'm a registered nurse for 42 years. I totally feared giving somebody the wrong information, the wrong advice. I didn't want to be in a position where I put somebody into a program and then something medically occurred that I would feel responsible for. I also I hate Facebook. I always have, and got kicked off in 2020 because I was very verbal about the COVID situation and the vaccines and all that. And so, kind of getting back on, I had to sign up under my husband's name just to get there. And I'm building my people again, but again, I get stuck in the whole I'm scrolling more than I am reposting or sharing or whatever. And then the whole creativity thing, I have found myself, because I am working a position that is supposed to be very part-time, but it's very full-time, and it's primarily volunteer for my community. I always fall back to, man, I'm tired. I don't have enough time to get back into this again, and try to focus on that. So I have an amazing coach, and I have Shauna and Frank. They're incredible, and they've reached out so many times, and they've been so generous with their time to try to help me get on target. And I often post what I like, I'll repost what they post on LinkedIn, and they're like, but you need your own clients. And I'm like, I know, but it's like, I don't want to steal your data or your information, but it's always so good. I just feel like I need to put it out there. So I am everything 2.0, but I look at the 3.0 list and I'm sitting there thinking to myself, I really could do each and every one of those things. And I could be more bold. I am on mission. I know that. I share it with people whenever they talk to me about it. It's just, I'm in an environment where I have a very limited clientele. So social media will be my only outlet to be able to pull people in. I just have to get comfortable with that. So I hope I didn't take too much time, but yes, I am everything 2.0. I'm really mentally trying to work towards all those 3.0 things, but I admit it humbly, and I thank you guys all for being so patient with me. I just might get there.
Oh, you absolutely will get there. Thank you, Agatha, for being bold and sharing. That's a step, right? We talked about being bold, being courageous. And really, I just encourage you. I'm going to show a couple more screens, so I don't want you to get overwhelmed to think, oh my gosh, I have to do all of these things. But maybe just pick one, like one thing that you could do this week that would help you to show up differently, because it's very possible. And yeah, lean into Frank and Shauna because they are amazing. So very good. All right. Anybody else want to comment? I know, Debbie, you said you're a 2.5. All right. Okay. let's look at the next one, which is something we're talking about often now, which is personal health. Because I know a lot of us as coaches, some of us have gotten into habits and kind of a yo-yo pattern, and we're really being called to step out of that to really reach our goal, or if we're already at our goal, find our next goal and go next level. So we have our own 3.0 metabolic story. So a 2.0 coach is somebody who's inconsistent, is talking about health more than they're actually living it out loud. Your energy is unstable, low credibility, coaching from depletion and a short-term discipline. So that might be, hey, I'm going to go on 5-1 so that I can look good at this, next event, or what the thing might be, versus that dieter mentality versus I'm really going to implement this so I can be in my best health. And a 3.0 coach is going to have those rock solid habits, really living the reset, having that strong energy, feeling good, and really looking the part. Definitely in that long-term identity of being a metabolic coach, living it, breathing it, reflecting it. And then in terms of the future and the mission, a 2.0 coach is when we are thinking small. We're thinking that maybe success is for other people, or we're afraid of what that might require of us if we reach success. Kind of month to month thinking, like, okay, I'm just going to try to get through this month and see where I land. Or, you know what, I'll start over next month in my business, versus really seeing it as a building block month by month by month that builds on each other. We've stopped dreaming. We've talked about that on other calls where we've stopped dreaming, and it's really our dreams that are going to pull us to do the things that make us uncomfortable, to pull us into that 3.0 era. And only kind of living for today, where the 3.0 coach is definitely seeing that $10 billion future that Optavia has predicted for us, sees it clearly, preparing that, for that 50 plus a month income, a multi-year mission impact, knowing that, we always overestimate what we can do in 1 year, but underestimate what we could do in 10 years. So really getting into that big picture thinking, and then building your business for legacy. So before moving on with that, does anybody see something there that they know that maybe they need to stop doing from 2.0 and start doing for 3.0?
I'll jump in here, Dee.
Thank you, Frank.
I think one of the things I'm trying to make the gradual shift to, the clinical studies are out, and we have that propriety information that only we can make the claim. No other company, no other entity can make the claims that we can make. I'm shifting my presence in that arena, but here's what I'm finding out. I've got a medical healthcare background, but a lot of people out there don't, and they don't even know what metabolic dysfunction is. They don't even know what metabolic health is. So not only we have to shift our verbiage, but we have to shift the way we explain that verbiage. And I think that's all part of going from 2.0 to 3.0. I mean, we can put metabolic dysfunction and metabolic health out there all day long, but people, if they don't know what it means, blood pressure and cholesterol and triglycerides and, reducing visceral fat and all the things, it's not going to mean a hill of beans to them. So as coaches, we have a duty to also empower the lay population and inform them what we're doing.
That is huge, huge, Frank. Thank you for sharing that, because, it gives us such a great opportunity to educate, right? We want to be seen as experts out there. So we want to provide valuable information that is relatable in terms that people can see. And I feel like since we've started doing that, we're getting a different kind of response when somebody hears something about blood sugar or type 2 diabetes or something like that. I have a client, and I'm working with her to get pictures, but she's lost 13 pounds. She's only 5'2". So 13, right, which is a pretty big number on somebody that size, but she lost 7 inches off her waist. 7 inches visceral fat. She's I think I've mentioned her before. She is a cardiac physician assistant. Like, she knows the dangers of visceral fat, but actually being able to see it relative terms to like what that translated, like losing weight took 7 inches off her waist, and that improved her health, has made a big difference in the way that she sees it when she initially came just to fit into her pants better, of which she had to go get 4 new pairs. But Debbie, the 50 plus per month is that the prediction of the company that leaders will be making $50,000 a month by building teams with Optavia. The average leader will be earning that per month. Yeah. All right. A little productivity exercise before we get off, because I want you to get off this with some action items for yourself to be thinking, because it's the beginning of the month. So let's do this on a piece of paper. What I would like you to do is in the next 2 minutes, number one, write down your December goal. How is it on December 31st you want your business to look? If you're a brand new coach, it might mean how many new clients would you like to have start this month? If you're a current coach, it might mean how many new clients, how many new coaches, and where do you want your rank to be? And making it a SMART goal, something that is specific, measurable, and achievable this month. So what is your goal? And I encourage you to text that to your mentor. Of the things that we went over, what is one thing that you must stop from being a 2.0 coach? One thing that you must stop, and one thing that you will commit that you will start doing as a 3.0 coach. And then the last one is the challenge. Who is one person you will reach out to this week about the program or coaching? So who is at least one person that you will reach directly out to about the program or coaching? All right, we are at the end of our time. I am so glad that you guys were on tonight. Thank you for those who shared, to our new coaches that are on our team, celebrating those that did well in November. I'm excited for what we have coming forward through this month. So just encourage you, you can do this business honestly in about an hour a day in terms of your social media presence, etc. So we're all going to get busy with the holidays, but it is very possible to stay very, very proactive in your business and enjoy the month with your family and friends. Up next is 8 o'clock, our community call, which you're welcome to join in on. That information is in our client support page. And we are all welcome on Dan Bell's call at 8:30 tonight as well. So that is it. We will have Coach Connection this Thursday at 12:30. That is where I open this Zoom room for open communication between us as coaches, talk about anything you're working on, share ideas, and brainstorm. So that's it for tonight. We'll see you guys next time.